back to my channel. It is Saturday, May 25th, and it's about 11 a.m. Welcome to a productive get ready with me for my 4th semester of nursing school, which also happens to be my last semester of nursing school. The last time we spoke, I had just gone to my capstone preceptorship orientation at the hospital I'm gonna be at, and I actually wanted to discuss that and talk about some exciting changes regarding my capstone. I had my orientation on Tuesday. It was just kind of a basic orientation. I got my badge, did the glucometer testing and quality control to get me in the system. We sat through a bunch of presentations. After the orientation had officially ended, the education coordinator who was organizing and running the orientation told me that my preceptor in the operating room was actually there and that we should go up and meet her so I could get her phone number and kind of start coordinating my schedule. The coordinator was asking me hey, is or was the operating room your first choice, because it is a pretty specialized unit? And I told her, I actually really wanted the emergency department. That's my first choice. That's where I want to be going forward. And she said, so-and-so didn't, I don't think she even asked me about placing you in the emergency department. We probably could have gotten you in. The next day, the following morning, Wednesday morning, I was just kind of thinking about it, and we're told so much in nursing school to advocate for ourselves. And I really do feel like this year I have been really pushing myself to go outside of my comfort zone. I just decided to email the coordinator at the hospital. And then yesterday morning on Friday, Bijan and I were eating breakfast, drinking our coffee, and then I look at my phone. I got an email from our clinical placement coordinator at our school, and it says, "Hi Sophie, the hospital's name, would like to switch your placement from the OR to the ED." I was so happy. The emergency department is where I want to be. I wanted to update you all on that just since it is a pretty big change. I'm really excited about it, at least. So yeah, I really want to be, as I said, I want to be in the emergency department as a new grad, and I know it can be pretty difficult to get into the ED without EMT experience or being an ER tech or things like that. It was kind of stressing, especially since the OR is a very specialized unit. Not to say that your skills aren't transferable at all. I was just thinking, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to boost my resume even more, possibly taking the ACLS, getting an ACLS certification, and that costs money, and anyway, so I'm super happy. I've been to the ED a couple of times. I love the energy there. I love how team oriented everything is there. I love starting IVs and drawing blood. I really like that kind of stuff. I'm just really drawn to it, and I think that's what I want to pursue. So wanted to share that. I'm rambling now. Welcome to a week of preparing for my last semester of nursing school. It seemed like you guys enjoyed my last video on preparing for nursing school, so I thought I would take you all along on this semester's preparation. That's gonna look like seeing what supplies I need, going through what I have, what I don't have. I need to go through my clinical backpack. I did used to use the Bag Smart bag. I don't really like it, so I've been using my backpack. So I'll go through my bag. I think I want to wash it. I want to really give my hospital shoes a good clean, just go through all my stuff. I got some new Fig scrubs since I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to wear my own scrubs in the ED. So those are on their way. I need to sign up for classes, ATI, and also talk about mentally preparing, what I'm going to be doing to prepare specifically for my capstone in the emergency department. I wanted to update you all on that. If you can't tell already, I'm extremely excited for the upcoming semester, graduating, but welcome. So let's hope it's gonna be a very productive week. I have one more week before I start my semester, so we definitely have to get some stuff done. I have my backpack, just a standard backpack that I've had forever that I've been using. I emptied it out. I'm going to throw this in the washing machine and wash it because it needs washing. And then I just took all my stuff out. I have a bunch out in front of me too, just like extra alcohol pads and like little sticky pads, my old like badges and things like that, pen light, scissors. I do have these goggles from Amazon, but they're actually really uncomfortable like on my ears here. So I'm thinking of investing in some of the Stoggles. Maybe they have a Memorial Day sale, but we'll see about that. Just because I feel like you do come into contact with a lot of more like airborne droplet transmitted pathogens, especially in the ED. So I might invest in some new ones. Pencil case, like notebook, stethoscope, extra pens, deodorant, tampons, like things like that. And then I usually print out the presentations. I'll do like 6 slides a page, double-sided, and then I'll write like notes on that. I don't have an iPad, and I'm just not the kind of person who like can type out my notes on my laptop. So that's how I take notes. So this is my old binder in here, and I'll just empty all this stuff out and just reuse it for the semester. One thing that I have, which I won't show you the front because it has the hospital's name on it, or does it? Oh, I guess it doesn't. It just right here. It's so I was on like a transplant floor for like 3 weeks of my med-surg rotation last semester, and this is just a patient handbook. So any chance you get to like have one of the patient handbooks that they would usually give to the patients, I would just ask your nurse like, hey, like, would you mind if I like had a copy so I could read through it? And that way I think you're just more informed and better equipped to like provide patient education and like discharge teaching. I just think it's such a great resource. So if you can, grab one of those on the floor. And yeah, just like pen lights, this still works, scissors, like a ton of just like random stuff that I need to go through. But I really don't think I need a lot of stuff. Again, probably just like maybe some Stoggles. Yeah, I just needed to clean stuff out, you know, because I have like extra of these, which I'll keep, but like I'll organize better. Yeah, so I'm gonna wash my backpack and like organize all the stuff that I have, and then I'm gonna make a list of the few things that I need to get for the semester. But yeah, and then I also pretty sure I have all the textbooks that I need. I think we're using the same med-surg textbook for this upcoming semester that we did for last semester. So I already extended that rental on Amazon. Hi everyone, it has been a couple of days since I last spoke to you all, but hello, I'm back. We just got our schedule of classes for our final semester, so I think I'm gonna sign up for them and also gonna sign up for ATI. So I just wanted to go over my general schedule and what classes I'm taking first. So I have 3 lecture/theory classes and then 2 corresponding like clinicals. The lecture classes include advanced med-surg and critical care, as well as chronic care and end-of-life care, and then a community health class. And then the clinicals are a community health clinical, which is all day on Tuesdays, and then my capstone, which corresponds to the advanced med-surg theory class. And that's gonna vary every week for the days and times. I actually just got my preceptors. Well, I actually have new news. I have 2 preceptors for the emergency department because my schedule kind of conflicts with my original preceptors schedule. So now I'm working with 2 nurses, which is actually going to be nice. So I got both of their schedules for the entire summer. So I'm going to take a look at their, like, when they're working, and then figure out which of the days, like, of their shifts that I'm going to do my capstone hours, and just kind of like calculate the hours to make sure I'm fulfilling the requirements. Other than that, I think I'm just gonna wash my hokas. So we're making progress. And then the only other thing I wanted to mention is I think tomorrow I'm gonna take a couple of hours to sit down and fill out my planner for at least the first couple of months. I mean, my semester is only 2.5 months, so I guess the entire summer. Just adding in like my capstone schedule, my classes, clinicals, any appointments, any like things that I have planned for the summer. I talked about this in my last video, but I'm going to be a mentor for some incoming nursing students who are about to start the program that I'm currently in. So I really want to dedicate maybe like an hour every like week or 2 for that. So I'll add that in. And then I did go through like all of my supplies and things like that, and I only needed new scrubs, which I already ordered from Figs. I do need a couple more pairs of compression socks. I really like the ones I have, so I think I'm just gonna reorder the same ones off of Amazon. I'm gonna sit down and register for my classes now. These are the shoes I've been using for my clinicals. They are the Hoka Bondi 8s. I'm convinced they run a little large, so either maybe size down a half size if you're considering buying them, or just try them on in person. They're super cushiony. I think they're definitely big on me, which is kind of unfortunate, and I would prefer a little more like ankle support. I don't know, but overall I think they're pretty good shoes. But yeah, I need to throw them in the wash machine and clean them because I've been wearing them for the past 4 months at all my clinicals, so they're definitely dirty. So we just got back from Target and Sprouts, and I wanted to go over a couple of things that I do to prepare for my semester, aside from getting all my textbooks, supplies, going through my backpack, things like that. The first being buying a bunch of snacks, especially non-perishable snacks. We went to Sprouts and I got a bunch of these bars, and I also have some trail mix packets on hand. It's just really nice to grab and go, and to not have to worry so much about like lunches and snacks for the next day. And it just means you don't have to like go to the grocery store as often. So doing that is very useful. We also kind of like to get a bunch of groceries. Like we'll go this weekend, and we'll kind of meal plan, meal prep before the week. We like to have a couple of simple, basic go-to recipes on hand, and I'll usually find those on Pinterest. And then another thing I do is I go through my laptop and I clean it out. I download so many files in nursing school, whether it be like lab checkoffs or like presentations, like PowerPoints, and I'm just not the kind of person who is on top of cleaning that up. So I like to go into the semester with an organized, clean like laptop. So I'll usually go and delete a bunch of downloaded files, and anything I really need to keep, I can always store on like an external hard drive. So, and then speaking of cleaning, we also do a really deep clean of like our room in the house in general before the semester starts. Especially this semester, Indy, our dog, is shedding. I'm sure many pet owners can relate, but it is crazy right now, the amount of hair coming off of her body, and we really need to like do a deep clean. So we're definitely going to do that later on. And then other than that, I'm trying to think. Oh, the last thing I wanted to mention, and this is kind of more specific to the fact that I'm going to be graduating soon and applying to new grad residency programs, but I'm applying to a bunch of new grad programs, and the applications open up in June, and they're usually only open for about a week. So that's not a lot of time to like refine your resume and write your cover letters, etc. So I've been working on my resume. I'm really refining it. I'm also completing a bunch of extra certifications online that I can add to like my skills and like certifications area, like section in my resume. So I'm also gonna do like a video on that process, but that is one thing I'm also doing right now. I think it's really gonna help me when those application windows open up and I only have a week to get all that information together. Hi you guys, my figs order just came in the mail, so I wanted to try them on, see if I like them, see if they fit. I've been wanting to try the burgundy for a really long time and I finally did it. I really like them. I got the Katarina slim top and then the high-waisted Zamora joggers. You can't really see them, maybe I can back up, but yeah, I really like them. And I usually tuck my shirts in, but I could also wear this tucked out and it wouldn't be too long. It would hit me right about here, so that's really nice. And I'm 5'3" for reference. I can put my sizes down below if that would help anyone. And then I also just got the same top but in black. My other tops are way too big on me and I already have pants in black, so I just thought I could replace the top because I think I'll only need 2 pairs of scrubs a week. But yeah, I really like them and I think I'm gonna keep both. Okay, so I am about to start writing in my planner, adding all of my classes, assignments, things like that. And I think I'm going to use purple for like end of life care, end of life planning. This one's going to be community health clinical, community health theory. I think I'm going to use this for my advanced med surg class, capstone shifts, and then pink is always like personal, pink personal, just things like appointments, events in my life, things like that. So I'm going to start filling all that stuff in. Okay, so I went ahead and added everything that I could. This is what my first week is looking like. I don't have any capstone shifts until I believe, yeah, Saturday of the second week. So I just go ahead and fill in basically everything that I can. Some of my classes are on Zoom. This one, End of Life Care, is on Zoom every Monday, which is really nice because I'll have a lot of Sunday capstone shifts, and my typical kind of shift schedule is from 1 p.m. in the day to 1:30 a.m. So that'll be really nice to be able to sleep in a little bit, maybe wake up, go to the gym, and then just hop on Zoom for that class. And then this class is, well, this is my community health clinical, so most of the time it will be in person, but there are a couple of like simulation days. This one is clinical site, but I know, yeah, there's an online simulation the 3rd week of that, so I just added that. And then this class, this is my, which one? This is my community health theory class, and this is going to alternate between in person and on Zoom each week. So I want to confirm that before I go ahead and write it all in my planner, so I don't have to like cross a bunch of stuff out in case that's not the case. So I just went ahead and wrote like N5:30 like every Wednesday and just left it blank next to it just in case we're gonna be in person. So, and then this is my advanced med surg class. Again, I just did the same thing. I just wrote it in the time for each week, and then I put my dosage calc, they call it metrology, but it's dosage calc exam. And then after that, like based on like looking at all my syllabi and things like that. Oh, and then obviously like pink is personal things or appointments. I decided to sign up for an ACLS class. I talked to my preceptor, or one of them at the emergency department, like emailing back and forth, and they recommended getting my ACLS. So I signed up for that. It's kind of like a hybrid class, but the exam and skills portion is in person. So that is just going to be my entire Thursday this coming week. I want to focus on like school and the new semester for the first half of the week, but then I don't have like capstone or clinical this weekend, so I'm just going to focus on my ACLS all Thursday. And then Friday, I'm going to go up to my parents' house for the weekend, basically. My sister is graduating the week after this weekend, so we're just throwing her an early graduation party because that worked for our schedules. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it. I have my first capstone shift on the 17th, so I'm very excited about that. And then the only other thing that I wanted to mention is this is like a horrible, like ugly piece of scratch paper, but whatever. After going through like my syllabi and like the schedules and stuff, I just write down like the first kind of priorities for each class. Like these are all the things I need to do before Monday, basically. So it's quite a bit, and I also have a lot of other stuff to do, so that's gonna be a lot of tomorrow, to be honest. I'm kind of tired right now. So I feel like for the most part I am physically prepared for my last semester of nursing school. I have all of my supplies, I've done all my planning, my capstone schedule is now set in stone, and the only other things I want to do this weekend are get groceries for the week, meal plan, meal prep, things like that. I also need to study for my dosage calc / metrology exam that I have on Wednesday, and I have a couple of readings and assignments that I need to complete before my first week of school. But other than that, I really wanted to address mentally preparing for nursing school and for your semester. And I have a couple pieces of advice and tidbits that I wanted to end the video off on. The first one is that try, if you can, to treat nursing school as you would a full-time job. Nursing school requires a lot of time and just commitment, whether it be your clinicals, your lecture or theory classes, lab, studying, everything. Try to have the mindset of treating it as a full-time job. The next one is try not to stress or complain about things that are out of your control. Nursing school can be chaotic, and at least from my experience, a lot of things are last minute. At the end of the day, if it's out of your control, what is the point of stressing and complaining about it? Everything will work out in the end. Sometimes you'll have late start clinicals, but that's okay. Don't worry, you will get your hours. I don't have like a set schedule. Like my capstone is kind of all over the place, so I don't really get full chunks of time and weekends a lot of the time. So I think dedicating at least one day a week, it doesn't have to be the same day each week, but taking one full day off each week of school will be really, really nice. So I'm definitely going to try and implement that. And then for my capstone specifically, and like emergency department specifically, there is a little bit more prep that I'm going to be doing for that. I don't have my capstone for another 2 weeks, so I do have a little bit more time to prepare for that, and that's why that stuff won't really be in this video. But specifically regarding the emergency department, I am going to review like ECG stuff, all that stuff, common meds, cardiac meds, a lot of like stroke, MI kind of symptoms and like assessment tools and things like that. And then I will talk about this a lot more in some upcoming videos that I have planned for you all, but a couple of things I'm going to be focusing on this semester during my capstone is I really want to get good at communicating interprofessionally with doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists, everyone, and like patients, family members, etc., all that stuff. And I want to get good at SBAR, receiving report, giving report, you know, working with other healthcare professionals from outside of the hospital, like firefighters, police, EMTs, paramedics, all that kind of stuff. I really want to focus on my communication. So I am going to look for an emergency department specific report sheet. I know a lot of the time mental notes are kind of used more than physically writing stuff out in the emergency department, just because it is so fast paced and sometimes nurses don't even have a minute to neatly write everything down. But I really want to practice kind of how I'm going to present the information when I'm giving reports. But speaking of that, I'm going to end the vlog off here. I hope you all enjoyed and found it helpful. I have a lot of ideas for upcoming videos specifically related to applying to new grad programs and my experience in the emergency department. But I hope you all have an amazing week, and I will see you in my next video.